I think it's morning. Good morning, fellow gardeners and sunshines, as I like to call you all. It is a beautiful day. It's going to be 90 degrees, and it's just that time of the season where I have to cut stuff back. Well, we all do, and so I'm cutting back some salvia. That's what I was going around doing, and I was like, oh my gosh, let me turn the camera on, because the last time I did a garden tour was in May, I think, and there's a lot going on. And so we have our coreopsis here. This flower bed is just thriving. All the flower beds are truly thriving. Got some speedwell back there looking good. This bees balm, I had to tie it up because it's so tall and it was just like flopping over, covering up the other plant, so I decided to just tie it up, but I think it looks absolutely cute. It's gorgeous. Our daylilies are coming in. As you can see, the wall has plenty. So I'm at the wall, what I call the wall garden. More daylilies. Everything is just more iris. I don't know if it's bearded iris, but more iris have come in. Y'all know how excited I was about the iris coming in. Everything is just so lush. Daylilies, tiger lilies, just all the things. Ladies mantle that I'm going to eventually cut back as it begins to start its new cycle of growth down there in the middle. But I just don't have the heart to cut it right now. I just really love it and love seeing the yellow flowers. We have the dianthus. We have a beautiful pot here. And there was a pot over there, but you know, I don't know if I showed y'all. I don't know if I'm going to have to move stuff. Let me step back. Do y'all see how big that monarch daisy is? I think that's what you call it. I have one right here and one right here over there on the other side, along with black eye Susies. And I don't know if it's shading out other plants. There's a plant back here. I forgot the name of it, but it's not blooming anymore. But it is getting sun, so I'm going to just leave it there for now. We'll see what happens in the fall, whatever I need to change. But this lavender, whew, I don't even know if the camera is picking it up. It is gorgeous. And then we have this rose bush over here that I planted bare root. It's looking good. There's no blooms on it, no buds, I should say. So I haven't gotten any blooms off it. I just planted it this year. It has put on so much growth. But the one on the other side, I don't think I'm going to go back over there, walk back. More bees balm. Let me walk back on the other side of this space right here. And I'm still waiting for, oh my gosh, my sweet potato vine to climb down the wall, and it hasn't yet. I don't know if it's not getting enough sun. I might have to cut some of that, a piece of that hosta away from it. I don't know. I'll see. I'm gonna take a look at it. But over here, I started with the coreopsis over here. So, but if you look over here, this is the same rose on the other side, and look how this one's doing. Just beautiful. I don't even know the name of the rose, but isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. I need to cut back this speedwell. I mean, this is some more salvia, but the bee was up there. Some bees were there. I didn't want to bother them, but it looks like he's moved on. As you can see, he's moved on to the bees balm. But he's going back and forth, so I didn't want to bother him. I didn't want to cut it back while they were snacking. What else? Then on the hillside garden, what I'm calling the hillside garden, as you can see, everything is so lush over here. So much has grown in. On our wall, we have mums, hosta. There is some yarrow over there. There's a speedwell up there as well. And then we have hostas down here and sedum. And I just planted this one not that long ago. This is another lavender. I can't wait for it to bush out. And this beautiful salvia is a type of salvia with the dark purple bloom. It's gorgeous. This is a type of bleeding heart. It's called something else, but it's just like it's in that family, put it that way. The roses are doing good. They have put on so much growth, and they are just blooming away. I need to cut those buds. This one's my favorite. Oh, gorgeous. I have some dahlias. This is my first time with dahlias, and so I picked them up on at a plant sale in my town. And when I picked up, I said, let me grab them. There were 3. I wish I would have took all of them, but I took these 2. I am going to stake them up if I have to. I have like those rings that you put around the peonies, which my peony right here, I don't know, it's alive, and I know it's not time for it to bloom or anything, but I thought that the foliage was going to do well all summer. Like in the other bed over there, I have 2 peonies and the foliage looks great, but over here, we'll see what happens again in the fall. Decisions I'll have to make in the fall, but I can't wait. I don't even know what color these dahlias are, so we're gonna wait on that. And of course, within this hillside bed, there's vegetables. So I have some eggplant, harvested the zucchini already. I'm sure there'll be more to come. And then look, this is the first hydrangea that I've ever planted, and that was, I want to say 2 years ago, and it was so small. And look at the blooms. I follow the instructions that I learned from a couple of gardeners on YouTube, like Claudia. Those are my neighbor's dogs. And a couple of other people, and I cut them back and fed them and did all the things, and I think they look great. I really do. So how do you say that? Artemisia, those 3 plants. This is my wine and rose. Oh my gosh, wine and rose Weigelia. That was beautiful when it was in bloom. I think the last garden tour it was in bloom. This is pumpkin. I'm trying to move fast so it's not too long. Different types of herbs, sage, more hosta, watermelon plants, tomato plants, pepper. We'll have to do a whole garden, like a vegetable garden tour. But you know, peppers are coming in, tomatoes are coming in, watermelon flowers are here, eggplant is coming in, cucumbers are coming, everything is just coming in, cilantro, everything is just coming in so lovely. Then we have a mess to clean up. Our petunias, and look how big once again these blooms are on these hydrangeas. I love them so much. I just recently cut off the old blooms, deadheaded it, and wow, like here we are again. I love this. I deadheaded this one too, and it's starting to bloom, new blooms. And then we just have, once again, this is the vegetable side, so we have a lot going on over here. Lots of celery, lettuce, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. My dappled willow trees, so I looked it up and it said that it might not be getting enough water, but I think it's because it's just been so hot. And so, but the brown, now that is my rooster, but the brown tips are common, and we've been in a heat wave, and it's like today is like 90 degrees, but I did water them really well last night, so we'll see. Once again, these are our broccolis. This whole bed right here is actually 2 beds. I'm trying to keep away that cabbage moth, so I had to cover it. But we have broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, collard greens, all in that bed. I stuffed that bed pretty much. Here we have some beans. These are our green beans that are growing in. We have some lettuce, arugula that went to seed, and the stuff you see that went to seed, I just leave it because eventually I just pull fresh vegetables or things and throw it to my chicken, so I just leave it there. This is another type of bean growing. All of these of course are marigolds. We have different type of squashes. I know there's spaghetti squash, there's butternut squash, and then there's Peter Pan squash. It's like pansy squash or something like that. So this bed, that bed, and this bed right here is our squashes. This right here is another type of bean. As you can see, the tag is there. This planter's still doing good with our nasturtiums and our strawberries. I don't get many strawberries. When I do see a strawberry, I just eat it because I know that the birds are gonna come get it if I don't. So, but I just like the look of it. The foliage is great to me. These flowers, nasturtiums, are finally coming in, and they are so pretty. They are so pretty. And so this is doing wonderful. This bed is, like I said, beans, but some of the birds came and ate them the same way they came and ate my corn that was growing. This is our potato bed, and as you can see, it's doing its dying back. I don't think I need to top it anymore. I'm just gonna let it die down and dig up, and whatever I get, I will be grateful. Here we have a sunflower. This bed is just full of different flowers, sunflower, nasturtiums, what is it? Not allium. Can't think of the name. Alyssum. And other, I don't remember everything, but it's just a flower bed. We also have a clematis in here that I hope eventually will grow and grow up. Here it's a baby, but it's put on some growth there. So I hope you can see it. That's a clematis. I don't know what color it blooms because I actually, what did I do? I mixed them all up because I moved them. Right here is where I have those hydrangeas, and they're doing good. These blooms are dying back, so they need to be cut. There was 3 in here. I did take one out and place it somewhere else. So those dogs, I tell you, they just come outside barking. This is my recent one of the new things about the garden. I used to have this table in this area, but I really wanted some hibiscus, and when I found them on sale, I didn't know where I wanted them in the landscape, so I went ahead and got these pots and put them in there. And then this right here is a phlox that's just in there. I'm not going to leave it there. It's not even potted up. I don't believe I'm going to leave it there. I believe that phlox will do better in ground, so we'll see. I'll put it in ground. That was one of my clearance finds. But these 2 hibiscus, I don't know where I wanted them permanently in the landscape, so I potted them up for this year, and then we'll see what happens when fall comes, what decisions I make. Right here we have some sweet potatoes growing, and so I can't wait to see. This is my first year doing sweet potatoes. I did not do like these from seed or grow the slips myself. I actually found these at a big box store. And then I have a planter full of zinnias. It was full of zinnias and sunflowers, but the birds came and took the sunflower seeds away for whatever reason. They left the zinnias, and so I can't wait. I'm excited about that. I have not pinched them back. I don't plan on pinching them back, and if I need to, I will stake them up. And so the last time we were here, I got to the chicken coop, what I call the chicken coop garden last. I have since then extended this garden, and so over here we have a rhododendron that I placed here, and then I put one rhododendron here to flank this fence. That's our entryway to our woods, and where we keep animals. We've had pigs. We're ready for more goats, and that's that section that we're going to be working on. That's going to be our focus. And although we run animals back there, our dogs run back there, we still want it to be pretty. So we're going to be working on that area. But that's a rhododendron, and this space I planted up new as well. And so there goes one of the phlox. That's a salvia. I think that's catmint. I really want this to fill in. I'll show you the other catmint, or cat's pajamas, I think it is, that I have. And so hopefully this plant right here will grow in. I forgot the name of it, but I purchased 3 of them, and they didn't make it where I first had them. Then I took 2 of them and I just put them together because they were so small, and I don't know if it's gonna make it. So sometimes, it's so funny, like normally when I buy clearance plants, I've never had an issue, but this year I've had like 3 die on me. I'm not gonna stop buying clearance plants, but that's just what happened. I forgot the name of this plant. Oh, the tag's there. This tree is looking good. Oh, it's very dirty. because of the mud. Oh, that's that. Hostas. I believe that's a black-eyed Susie or Aster. I could be wrong. Hi, chickens. So this is doing well. My dog broke this black-eyed Susan, so it's hanging on. It's still living, so even if I push it up, the wind will blow it, but I'm not going to break it off. I'm going to see what happens. It might reroot itself some kind of way. So everything's doing good. That's cat's pajamas too. That's bees balm, sedum. I forgot the name of this plant, but the tag. What's the tag on it? It blooms in the, I don't know how to say that. Here you go. But this blooms in the spring, and it blooms pink. Hope y'all can see that. Focus. And then my planters are doing great. I just cut back the salvia I have in here. As you can see, it has new growth on it. We have sedum, coreopsis, and this is a rhododendron that I was going to plant out in the landscape in the fall, but I might keep it in here because I think it's going to be so beautiful next spring, Lord willing. That it's going to be so beautiful when it blooms right in this area. And then we'll see what we do. We'll take the sedum out, the coreopsis, and the salvia. The petunias, of course, the annuals, but everything else in this pot is perennial, and so I can take it out and plant it in the landscape. And that is the same thing going on with this pot. They flank this trellis by the chicken coop. And then this kind of just repeats. This is a black-eyed Susan. This one didn't get beat up, so this one's going to be blooming soon. That one's doing good. That's a piece of sedum. I don't know how it got there, but I'm going to let it grow. And I think that's a, I don't know what that is. I'll have to see what that, oh, it's a sunflower that was broken, but it's trying to hang on there. And I think that's alyssum, because I did seed this with some zinnias and alyssum and sunflowers, but they didn't come in. This is a cat's pajama. I'm going to be cutting that back soon. Not now, but we can see all the new growth that's coming in the middle. But the bees are still eating on these flowers, snacking, so I'm gonna leave them. That's a daylily. I told you a lot of things repeat itself. Salvia, and the way this cat's pajama, I planted that one last year. The other ones that I just showed you, I planted this year, so they're not as big, but I can't wait to, that's why I planted so many salvia, and I just really want to pack out this space, and so I'm hoping I'm going to do that. I actually have some bees balm and some phlox over there that need to get in the ground, and so I'm thinking I'm going to put those over here, add them over here, because I really want this space, and as you can see, it gets wider. I want it full. And even if the chickens and goats nibble on whatever I put here, it's okay. It will just keep growing back. Isn't this flower, this hosta flower, is so pretty. I know some people don't like the hosta flowers, but I like the hosta flowers for a certain amount of time. After a while, I go ahead and cut them down. I like making flower arrangements out of them, so they're pretty cool. And I love variegated plants, and this is one, but I don't know the name of it, so I forgot, and the tag's not there. Say hello. All right, moving on to the shade garden. Moving on to the shade garden. Everything's doing so well over here. We have our butterfly bushes. We have 3 of those that are doing good. We have some lemon coral sedum. That is my limelight hydrangea, and I believe just like the hibiscus, those are kind of like late bloomers, and so, but it's looking good. I pruned it, did everything last year, because that went in the ground last year, and I got it on clearance, so I had to do a little maintenance to it. So these false cypress are looking good. They're like, I love them. I loved like the false cypress and the coral sedum. It just gives this area a pop of color when everything is not blooming, so it's not so green. So we have the butterfly bushes that are doing good. We have a different type of lavender up there. They were blooming. They're not blooming right now. We have hydrangeas. I believe these bloom pink. I don't know the name of this hydrangea. This area right here, I told you all before, was my purple garden. That everything over here bloom purple, and I have a couple of things that bloom like pink, but it's no longer my purple garden because I went to a plant sale, like I said, in my town, 2 of them, and I got what is this called? This is called Evening Prime Rose, and as you can see, it says purple. This is not purple. Whoever sold this, but it's okay, because what I can do if I want in the fall, I can go ahead and I can move it, but for now it's fine. So we have a papa yellow in here, and as you can see, I think I have 3 of them. I think I bought 2 and, you know, split them and everything. So there's 1 here, 1 there, and they were all supposed to be purple, and then there's 1 over here. And so as you can see, they are all blooming yellow. Then we have our, what is that, bachelor's button? Another hydrangea. This one's been doing really, really well. Let me back it up. I need to deadhead that, but we have new growth. This right here blooms purple. What is this one called? Let's take a look. Agastache. That's what that is. So this one is doing good. We don't have a lot of blooms yet. This one, because of the heat, I guess, it just seems like it'd be struggling. I'm gonna give it some water. That looks like it's struggling. Like, I can't wait for this heat wave to be over. But that is my Russian sage. I have 3 of those back here. Hey, Mr. Turtle. And this flower is so pretty. But this one, you see how small that is? It's beautiful. But when we go over here, same plant. Look how full it is, and it's beautiful. So what is this? Is, oh, I forgot the name of it. I'll think of it. Another hydrangea. Another hydrangea. What are these? Oh, I can't even think of the name of these, but they bloom purple as well. They're gorgeous. And then we have a bike. So we have a lot of hostas over here. This is my shade garden. I love that Japanese fern. It's doing good. My Jacob's ladder. Those 2 are doing good. This one, not so much. So I'm gonna have to see what I'm going to do about this Jacob's ladder. I already pulled 1 out. Actually, I pulled 3 out and 1 survived. And I really love this, but I don't think I'm gonna pull this one out. I'm just gonna see what is going to happen. And then in this area, you'll see we have a lot of heucheras. We have some more primrose. We have some more black-eyed Susies. This tree I just recently bought for this corner. The last time we were here, this corner had a bird bath. I took it out, and I wanted to tell you all the name of this bush. There was 3 on clearance, and I should have got all 3, but I only got this one. I want to tell you the name of it, but these bees are all over this plant, and I do not want to get stung. Let's see. Stay right there, bee. Let's see if we can get the name. It looks like a fern, though. Okay. This is the plant. And it grows. It's a type of spirea. There we go. And this grows about, I put it in this corner because I just wanted something for that space. And it grows about 6 to 8 feet tall, I believe. And so I'm looking forward to that growing up to the top of that fence. And these spireas are still blooming. They're my fave. I have 3 of those. We have some bleeding hearts. They're done blooming. This is, what is this plant? I know this plant is done blooming though. It has these really pretty white flowers, but it's done blooming. Here we go. Tags. Okay. Viburnum, some speedwell. And as we move down the shade garden, the end gets a little more sun. So that is, when this was in bloom, oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. So yeah, we have some daisies coming in. I love this pot. Didn't even plant it. But didn't plan the colors, but it just ended up that way. And I don't know why I can't think of what these are, because I have so many of them. But anyways, everything is coming in. And so we moved the water fountain over here. I have to clean it out, but it's doing good. These are gorgeous. This Coreopsis. Oh, beautiful. I don't put a lot of red in the garden, but this can stay, this can grow, and I will divide that and put that in other places. So here we are. And so just so you can kind of get an idea of my space, this is what my space looks like. So this is still the shade garden, and we walked down and around, and then we went to the chicken coop area, and then, hey chickens, we went to the chicken coop area, and then down there is where we start our vegetable garden, and that's where our hibiscus were. And then we have our vegetable garden, and then this is where we started at the wall garden. So we have our vegetable garden. I'm trying to remember how I named these gardens too. This is the vegetable garden, but when you get here, I call it the hill garden, and then I call this the wall garden. This whole space included on top of the wall, and then this would be considered my shade garden. And then, of course, that is the chicken coop garden over there. I'm gonna have to do a video of my planters, because I have fallen in love with planters, and I just love how one just filled out so wonderful. I think I'm gonna try to do a reel about to show the growth, the start to finish of this one particular planter. And so it's just been a successful garden spring summer so far. And I mean, I think regardless of what the weather holds or what happened, that will always be successful in the garden. So just gonna end on that note, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you get a chance to get out and enjoy the weather, enjoy your garden, get peace and quiet. This is peace for me. This is what, if anyone ever asks me what peace looks like, it looks like this space. This is peace. Bye. Have a good day, sunshines.